I mean, if we didn't have Seneca step up, it was going to be a tight battle. We were going to be battling for buckets, and she came big tonight in the second half, released a lot of pressure for me, and that helps enormously. I mean, when you can put it in like that, 4 for 4, I mean, we can't ask for anything else. And Seneca shows up every day. She competes. She's always the one that's like, come on, we're not losing tonight. And that's something you can always count on from her, and I'm just glad that the numbers showed it tonight because she deserves that.
What was going through your mind and your heart and your head, your soul as you're playing tonight? You were feeling it, Seneca. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah, I think I was a little hesitant at first. You know, they weren't necessarily guarding me. At three-point line, I'm more of a driver. So I came to the bench, and Coach Perkins actually told me, you know, they're sagging off on you. Just have confidence in your shot and take the shot. And I started taking it, and it was going in. It felt good, so I just kept taking them, I guess.
There was a big, you guys outscored them probably to maybe take control, there's a good question, take control a little more so. You outscored them 26-10, I think, in the third quarter. What happened? What was going on? I'd like to hear from both of you on that.
Well, when we went into halftime, we talked about we got to be tougher. Like they were getting easy stuff to the rim. We had to take pride in our one-on-one basketball. We knew that this game was going to be won on the defensive end, and if we took care of that, then offense would come, and that's what we did. We came out with a lot more intensity. I would say a lot more toughness, and we've been talking about that a lot. Like we got to be tough in our toughest moments, and we did that. Start of the third and to finish it out in the fourth.
How about you? Yeah, what did you see, Seneca?
I think one of the biggest things was we were kind of limiting them to one shot. We talked about them getting offensive boards, you know, at halftime, and you know our bigs did a good job, our guards did a good job getting in there. Just got a lot more rebounds, and I think limiting them to one shot, you know, can't do much.
As we just heard from Hannah and Seneca a little bit, just really proud of the way that we performed in the second half. It was the little things. We just thought that they were scoring easily. They had 13 second chance points at halftime. They ended the game with 13 second chance points. That was critical for us. Obviously, the three-point line was a big deal. Looks like they shot 16 threes tonight. I mean, I've seen them shoot 30 and 40-something threes in a game. So just to limit that number and to you know have the actual makes three was huge for us. So just really proud of the way, again, our halftime talk was like we really needed to kind of like get our bearings underneath us and kind of get back to understanding, you know, what we needed to do to have success in the game. So coming out, just, again, proud of the different people that stepped up even late too. And, you know, I thought Gabby was even a game changer, just understanding, like, you know, how they run their offense through a point guard, and she really, you know, was disruptive tonight too. So a lot of people stepping up. And obviously, you know, any night you get a conference win, it's a great night. It's a great night.
Am I up? Okay. What was different about your offense, Coach, in the third quarter to come out and outscore them?
I think it was our defense.
26-10? Yeah.
I think our defense led to offense. We got some transition buckets. I mean, even Seneca Hackley, that was in the third quarter when she banked that three in. And, you know, she'd already hit a three. But those are transition points now. So we were able to play with a little bit of pace and break free a little bit and cut into that deficit. But we had to get stops to go do that. And I think, you know, the game slows down when you're pulling the ball out of the net and taking it out of bounds. It's a little bit slower. So I thought that's kind of, you know, what allowed us to get some momentum. And then just a paint presence on the inside. You know, Anaya slowly, you know, throughout the game was giving us a good paint presence. Actually, Delaney Burton did too. Delaney gave us some good moments even in that third quarter of posting up. So our offense became more balanced at that moment, inside out, outside in.
I don't know if you've walked into the room yet, but, you know, I said to Hannah and Seneca, you know, Hannah's going to Hannah and Delaney's going to Delaney. But to get the contribution from Seneca tonight, that you did, what was she? She was, 4 for 4 on threes. I think 2 of those, I kind of got lost in my counting, but I think 2 of them, she was 2 for 2, I think, in the third quarter. What did you see from her tonight? What was she doing out
She
there?
became more aggressive. And, you know, Seneca, we actually started her at the point in the beginning of the year. We've kind of moved her off the ball. You know, she's actually one of our best scorers on our team with some of the other ones that we have. And just really encouraging her to stay aggressive, because when she does, you know, she's one of our fastest guards on our team too, just to get downhill and get to the rim. She has a beautiful shot, as you guys could see tonight. So she really has a complete game, and it's just, making sure she doesn't sit back and get lost in some of of just everybody else, and making sure that she's staying aggressive. As they both noted, they were sagging off of her early on. That was probably just a piece of the game plan. I thought she made some excellent reads to come off ball screens, just to stop, get her feet set, take advantage of, because she can shoot that. So it wasn't like, oh, they're sagging off, I can't shoot the three. They're sagging off, and yes, she can, score from that area.
This is the first time I'm seeing you guys in person. Has she had this type of contribution at all this year? Was this a first or something?
No. I mean, she's had...
She had 22 at Omaha.
Yeah, she had 22 against Omaha. She's had a couple good games for us. I think, what I feel like with Seneca, and I've even talked to her about, her best basketball is coming now. She knows our system now. She's getting acclimated into everything. And again, we had her at the point early, so then we kind of moved her off the ball. Then she had to reacclimate to a few other positions, but her best basketball is coming now, and I truly believe that with just her coming in. She's new to our program this season, and she's just settling in and just being Seneca, just playing basketball.
She's from Colorado Springs?
She is.
She's from Colorado Springs? That's what I thought. Okay, super. And then I guess the other question that I wanted you to address is, it looks like late there, you guys you found your footing, but you had maybe a little trouble with Montana's press. You found it, you got it across that line somehow, but what was going on with the press? What were they doing to you?
They changed their defenses and began to press, and then they went into a zone in the fourth quarter. So the final, I don't know when they started doing that. I don't know if there was like 5 or so minutes left on the clock. So that press pushed them back into a 2-3 zone most of the time. And I think just ball security, relaxing. Honestly, we did turn it over a few times, but then we also broke it a few times and made some really big buckets late. So these are just areas that, we say we want to take the win and let's learn from wins. And so now we'll go back and find those moments that, whether it's first quarter moments when we maybe gave up too many O boards, or, late game situations where it was a press or us just executing on the offensive end. But I'd love to do it during the win. But I thought they were going to throw something at us, and we actually prepped for this. We knew their situation in late game, that this was going to come to us, and we just kept reminding our kids, we've worked on this, we're ready for these moments. And again, the execution late against that zone was, we got a couple of really good buckets and great passing by some of our players.
And you got that ball into Hall a couple times.
We got it into Anaya.
I can remember.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, you figured out the press a little bit. Eventually, it might have been a little funny looking there for a couple trips, but you figured it out without a doubt. But I just kind of wondered what was snowing you there. What was maybe?
Well, I just think relaxing. I don't think, just you have to relax when somebody's pressuring you. So you have to relax and allow yourself to make your reads. And then I think we didn't catch a couple passes, little things like that.
But it didn't kill you. Yeah, certainly.
It could have, but
Yeah, no, I got you. I think I'm all set.
Preview Montana State a little bit.
Sure. So Montana State played NAU tonight. I think Northern Arizona may have beaten them. I'm not for sure on the final score, but they're going to be a team. The one thing I've taken away from their team is just how hard those young ladies play at Montana State. They play hard. They're very defensive minded. They're very disruptive on the defensive end. They look a little bit different because they've had, for 4 years now, Darian White, who was their point guard and leading scorer, who actually transferred to Nebraska to use her COVID year. So they actually have way more personnel and people stepping up now because it's not kind of driven through one person. So they're going to be, we will, I told the girls celebrate tonight, but tomorrow it's Montana State, and it's a quick turnaround here as we get in conference play, but this is what we love. We got them coming to our home court, and they're just a solid team. They've been a solid team in our league for a lot of years.